Hello everyone and welcome to the Archaeogaming Museum, where today we'll be continuing our look at the archaeology skill within RuneScape. This video is part 7 in our series. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can find links to those in the description below, or you can find a link to the playlist at the end card of this video. Now, just as a reminder, these videos aren't designed to be level guides or walkthroughs, but they are videos of an archaeologist playing through RuneScape, having a look at the archaeology skill and just really reflecting on what it's like compared to real life archaeology and having a bit of fun whilst doing it. Now, in our previous videos, we have gone through the initial tutorial and started our excavations and explorations of the first dig site at Kharid-et. So one of the first things I'm actually going to do for you is actually play, as a bit of a reminder, play for you the introduction cutscene, which I don't think I've actually played on here before with the voice acting enabled. So let's just hit the cutscene.
The Zoroastrian Empire's very existence was once the greatest of archaeological mysteries for us to uncover. And we achieved that here at Sentistan. And although the Empire was supposedly sprawling, it was so utterly destroyed that finding a near intact fort buried beneath the sands is cause for celebration. The monolith has a strong connection with something buried deep beneath this fort, however. Was the monolith itself Zoroastrian? No, surely not. It's beyond ancient. There is only one way to find out what the connection is. We must dig deep at Kharid-et and discover what lies beneath.
So there we go. We are here at the outskirts of the Kharid-et dig site. These are all the sort of tents which form the sort of administrative part of the dig. And from an in-game point of view, they hold things like the restoration table, archaeologist workbench, material storage, a player bank for you to store your materials or artifacts you uncover, and the outskirts of the site itself. So far, we have investigated the outside of the Zoroastrian fortress and unlocked the entrance by restoring a special medallion we needed and by removing the debris. After we uncovered that entrance, we went into the fort, into the main area of the fortress, where we have started our exploration and excavation of the inside, including of the barrack areas here to my right, and part of the administratum or administrative buildings for the old fortress ahead of me. And we've explored a little bit deeper into the fortress, but our main efforts have been with trying to unlock the secrets of the prison under the direction of Liam. So we have actually unlocked the door puzzle, completing the first mysteries for the Kharid-et dig site, and this has led us into a prison to solve further mysteries. So when we came in here, we talked to one of the archaeological researchers in the corner here, who told us the following. Growing up, I always dreamed of something like this. I never thought I would get the chance to be out in the field learning lots about our history. Take this ancient mechanism, for example. What do you think or make of it? If I had to guess, I'd say something that normally sits in here is missing. And if I had to guess, I would say that whatever it might be, there's one of them to be found here somewhere. Anything you find here, you should try it in the ancient mechanism and see if it fits. Now, that's not great archaeological advice, but that is what we've been trying to do. So we've been excavating here, looking at these Priscillian remains, and whilst excavating there we found a pendant which allowed us access into this barrier here, which allowed us to also excavate these remains in here to find this ring and this scroll. Now all these items will be needed in further investigations and mysteries in the fortress. But also we found the ancient timepiece that we will need to complete the mystery of this ancient device here. Now in our last video we were basically just searching and trying to restore all these artifacts, but we were not able to complete that in that video. So since then I've spent some time leveling up or honing my excavation skills and restoring these artifacts. Now there are many things within Kharid-et that we are not of the level to do yet. We're not as experienced archaeologists. For those of you who are not particularly familiar with RuneScape, the skill is level based. You know, you start at level 1 and you work your way all the way up to 120. And we're currently almost halfway there at level 59. So we've still got some way to go. So the initial plan was, of course, to try and do a dig site at the time, as this is the only first dig site that you unlock with the archaeology skill. There are others. We've in fact unlocked 2 more since we've been excavating here, but due to the various level or experience requirements to solve some of these mysteries, we may have to go and hone our skills at other sites first. But today, the aim of today is to complete the time served achievement, which is what we need the ancient timepiece for, and this gives us access to further mysteries to solve: the Forgotten Prisoner and the Vault of Shadows, both of which we do not currently have the requirements in order to complete. But that being said, yes, just have a quick inspect of this timepiece. So the timepiece says an early form of watch, more akin to a portable sundial. Something like this would still have been quite effective and accurate. So let's see what happens when we use the ancient timepiece on the cell controller. So we have completed the time served achievement. Eureka, you've done it! Nicely done with that ancient timepiece. Yeah, it unlocked the door to the east into what I think is the prison's higher security area. Ooh, I bet that's where they kept all the really dangerous and serious prisoners. Now, it doesn't sound like necessarily the best place to go, but as an archaeologist, you know, we're not scared by scary prisoners. All we care about is uncovering the truth and the mysteries that lie within. So let's head on in and see what we've now unlocked and uncovered. So here we've got a maximum security barrier. What else do we have uncovered? By the looks of it, a lot of empty rooms and empty areas. Really, it's just a little bit of set dressing around the maximum security area. Now, as part of our further investigations, we uncovered the custodian's log. That was part of our mission when we were trying to open the prison door to find out, well, how to open it really. So let's just read back and have a look at some of these journal entries that we have. If I can find out where it was. Oh, breaking the seal. So here are the custodian pages, and here it outlines really the prison, the prisoners, including what was in the maximum security prison. So let's see if we can find out who that was. Pretty sure it told us in here who it was. Oh yes, here we go. Zilgar Trog, Demon. Inmate ID IC355. Treason, attempted assassination. Remaining sentence, eternity. Notes, solitary confinement, demon trap. So the solitary confinement area is behind this maximum security barrier. So let's go through and have a look at what's in here. Interact with strange devices. Now again, not recommended, you know, in archaeology just to randomly go up and start poking strange devices, but let's see what happens. Who am I? You are Zigartrog. What am I? An art installation, a demon soul, a piece of furniture, a shrine to a god, and a talking alarm clock. Well, one could consider it as art. You know, art is an eye of the beholder, after all. Where am I? You are in the afterlife, you're on holiday, you aren't here, you are dreaming, you are in prison. Why am I here? You committed treason, you won a competition to go in prison. Well, I guess some people could view it like that. You died because of reasons, you fell asleep. You committed treason. I remember. Thank you, stranger. I am indebted to you. Unfortunately, I also now recall why I lost myself. I've been trapped in this inanimate object for time immeasurable, unable to move, alone with my thoughts. That's enough to drive anyone to madness. Thankfully, us demons can detach our conscious selves, so the impact on me has been minimal. The downside is that we must rely on others to bring us back to ourselves. However, I am still imprisoned in this cruel device. Might I ask one last favour of you? Please set me free. Allow me to overcome any concerns or prejudices you may have. I merely long to be free. What's the more correct answer, do you think? Why would I free a demon? Why would I free a Zamorakian? Why would I free an assassin? Why would I free you? Let's go with why would I free you. That seems slightly less personal. I am no longer contracted to another. I would be willing to enter into a contract with you, the details of which should appease any concerns you might have of me. In addition, I can offer you a boon or reward of some sort. You would never need to make use of it should it make you uncomfortable to do so, but you would have the option. I would either hurt or not hurt any entities you would desire me to. You would owe me nothing. I'm already greatly indebted to you, and free me further would place me further in that debt. Can I trust a demon? Why would you not? Demons are not inherently good or evil. I sense you know this. That you are on friendly terms with a number of my kind. My only wish is to be free from this cruel contraption. Whatever my crimes, no one deserves such a fate. Rider 3 is Amarockian. I've been in prison so long, left here to rot by enemy and friend alike. I owe no allegiances. In addition, I can sense that I am no longer contractually obliged to anyone. I have no doubt that the world has moved on, and if I might re-enter it, I would have to reconsider my own allegiances regardless. Why would I not owe allegiance to the one who set me free? Why would I free an assassin? One person's assassin is another hero. I was fighting back against a regime that was oppressive to my kind, fighting for our freedom. My attempt at killing key personnel in this place was meant as a precursor for an assault to sow disarray and confusion to ease our victory. But I was chosen for this task simply due to my placement here, not because I'm particularly adept at it, as can be seen by my failure. I am no assassin, I merely attempted an assassination. I am no danger to you. So, will you help free me? If you have remaining concerns, there is one way both to free me and yet keep me under your power. How's that? This is Kharid-et, correct? Then somewhere here you should be able to find a small container known as a portable phylactery. It's like a smaller version of this trap I currently reside in, so I would still be trapped, just removed from this place. Okay, but how would that be any better? I would at least be able to sense my surroundings and see out of the phylactery. I would no longer be alone. It also would not cause me pain, as this device does. And should I ever gain your trust, you could more easily set me free simply by breaking the phylactery. Should you do this, I will make a pact to follow your commands and yours alone, until such a time as you release me from your service. Do you agree? Oh, do I make a pact with a demon? Well, I have to say that as an archaeologist, I've never actually had to make this decision before. As such, obviously we will face our own demons in our career and our life, but should I accept this trap here? This contract could be a trap. Well, as this is a game, and a fantasy game at that, it would not be terribly interesting if I said no, would it? So let's say yes. What say you, stranger? Will you spare me from my awful fight? You will require a restored portable phylactery. Let me get back to you. I have been here for centuries. What is one more day? So, that is one of the other mysteries that we've been able to unlock by entering this part of the prison. So that has started the Forgotten Prisoner mystery, which has some requirements that we don't yet have. Mainly level 107 Archaeology, which we need to be able to excavate the ancient magic munitions deposits found within Kharid-et in order to find this phylactery. So for the time being, we are going to have to leave our demon friend here to fend for himself. The other mystery this has also allowed us to undertake is the Vault of Shadows, which also requires 107 Archaeology, and also to power the shadow anchors within the fortress or the large pylon. These are found outside in the main area, and also require certain artifacts, other artifacts that we need, a few of which we already have, such as the Legatus Pendant and the Pontifex Ring, the Incite Fears spell scroll, which we also have, and several other spell scrolls as well, and also requires several items from quests that we have yet to complete. So these two are both important mysteries which will help us unlock further parts of the fortress and sort of help us in our investigations, but it's going to require us to undertake some further archaeological training. I like to refer to it in game terms rather than grinding the archaeology skill. But there are other parts of the fortress that we could also explore, such as we haven't explored yet the chapel, which is also found within the main fortress, and also requires the Pontifex Ring to access, which we do have. But there's not a lot of point entering there at the moment, as those contain all artifact hotspots and excavation areas that yet we do not have the skill level to excavate. There are also the kitchens as well, which we do have the ability to excavate, or at least some of them we do. But again, we cannot, there's not much point, as the main attraction within the kitchens are deposits that yet we are unable to excavate. And then there we have the vault as well, which we unlocked access to with the solving the time served mystery, and again is mainly the main attraction for that really is the Vault of Shadows mystery. So now we've got to make a decision what to do next. We could continue excavating within the Kharid-et fortress using some of these hotspots here, and then move into others within these other parts of the fortress as we get higher. However, before we can excavate some of the ones around here, for example, we're going to need level 100 archaeology for these ones, 74 for these ones. This is the chapel building here, which we can, although we can enter, it's not a lot of points at the moment. So yes, we very much have to make a decision whether we should continue here or whether we should go and maybe investigate or start investigating the other dig sites, such as the Infernal Source and the Everlight, which we can also now investigate. Splitting our time and resources between these in order to, or maybe potentially give us a better chance of honing our skills in a more time expedient way. We also, as well as investigating the fortress, another option as a way of again honing our skills is to continue with the various collections that can be found here of artifacts that various museums and collectors might be after and be interested in obtaining from us. So far we've completed Zerosian collection number 1, and we've made a start on collection number 2, such as which these well, the 4 objects we had, the timepiece, the Pontifex ring, the pendant and the Insight Fear Scroll, are all part of. So that is another option for us to continue. So I'm going to leave this really down to you. What do you think we should do next? Do you think we should continue looking and exploring some of the other dig sites? Or do you think we should go on and continue at Kharid-et and continue to try and complete these collections, these artifacts, continue our search for these artifacts that the museum is after? Please let me know in the comments what you think we should do. So yeah, basically that is going to be the end of the video for today. I really just wanted to complete the time served mystery and explore the other options that we can do to help hone our skills to fully uncover the mysteries at Kharid-et and continue our exploration of archaeology within RuneScape. What do you think so far of these videos, and what do you think of how the archaeology skill is portrayed? Again, the points that I've pointed out in other videos that I like about it is, as well as just being essentially a skill that's essentially a collection of resources to unlock new abilities, new items, it is also used as a mechanism for exploring lore and providing exposition in other ways besides quests. So if you're not big into doing quests in game, you can use the archaeology skill if you're more interested in skilling to explore that lore. RuneScape is a very sort of there's no set path, there's no direct path within RuneScape for you to take. There's no sort of set storyline you need to follow. It is very open for you to do the things that you enjoy, be it questing, be it PvE and killing monsters, be it PvP, whatever really you want to do. You know, there are different options in RuneScape for you to do it. There is obviously an overarching plot and story, but again, if that's not for you, then you don't have to follow it. Or if you don't like following it through quests or through sort of in-game events and things like that, archaeology is there to fulfill that need. So yes, where to next? Do we continue at Kharid-et and try to continue these collections, which we'll probably do at some point anyway, or do we go and investigate the other sites first as maybe a change of scenery, exploring new lore, exploring new areas, and potentially finding out new things about the archaeology skill in RuneScape? What should we do? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, that's it really. We will be doing some other videos soon as well. I'm continuing videos looking at games about COVID and 2019. I'll be doing some other smaller videos as well. If you've enjoyed this video and you enjoy my other videos, then please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel, and if you want to find out when we will be uploading next, then hit that notification bell and follow us on social media. The Archaeogaming Museum is on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Go and check us out there, where I also post other content about Archaeogaming in general, retro consoles, other games, archaeology within other games. So yes, until next time, thank you very much for watching and take care.